more than a game. Don't play with my name. You come with your goons, I'm bringing my gang. All of that talking, just shut up.
Autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Buffalo Bills. Strap in. This will be a good one. Two one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. Three tight ends are out there. Now the third running back taken in April's draft. This is James Cook. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Bills at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset, being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They run it again with Cook. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Nice first down pickup there for Gabriel Davis, who really announced his presence last season. Playoff record, 4 touchdowns against Kansas City, also over 200 yards in that game. People in Buffalo really believe this guy's going to continue to develop as one of their top receivers.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Right back to Davis. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Pickett leads his Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs. Just shy of the 30. Here's the leading rusher amongst rookies last season, Najee Harris. And he'll get this to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on third down, here's Pickett. And that is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. McKenzie now to return it. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. On second down, Cook. And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 64 yards rushing for it as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll run with Cook, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bills have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, thrown back across his body. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Tommy Sweeney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Pickett. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Here's Pickett. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Here's Presley Harvin now. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Allen now on 1st down. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
A give up the middle. Now the ball comes loose. And fortunately, the Bills jump on it and get it back.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Up the middle, it's Cook. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Devin Singletary, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, the Steelers and Bills, they played in the season opener last year, if you recall, and it was the Steelers who pulled off a bit of a stunner. They rallied late, beat the Bills in Buffalo 23-16. Buffalo, a little bit of a rocky start to the season, but they would quickly right the ship. Dialing up another pass here, Pickett. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. That's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. To return is now a hit and a loose football. And now the rookie's free. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he gets into the end zone. We'll give him credit. They're not going to take this deficit lying down. They get 2 closer here on the fake extra point. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Allen. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
56.
To throw again on second down. Allen, that's to Cook out of the backfield. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Slot man moves right. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They run the counter with Cook. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Throwing is Allen on third. Going deep for Diggs. That's caught inside the 20. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's able to get this all the way to the 40 before going out of bounds.
During the week, the special teams coach puts together a game plan that he presents to the head coach. And in every game plan, there's one big play that he points to the head coach and says, listen, when we need it, we can go to it. I think they did exactly that on that one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
3rd and 2, Pickett. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at about the 14. And nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. The 40. 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. But he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now Pickett on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll give this to Singletary running right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On play action, Allen nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers, taking it right down Broadway. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Following the fumble recovery, Pickett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded just outside the goal line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 157 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Allen off the play fake. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Here's Sam Martin now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And taken at the 46. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Back now in Buffalo. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Working out of the gun, it's Pickett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Pickett. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give a Scotia credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen. despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again with Pickett. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. They'll set up to throw. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Pickett back to throw. Incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
An incomplete pass on first down. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Pickett. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Pickett now, 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
Well, when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
Gets it out quickly here to the left flank. And he is not going to be able to get away as they swerve for a loss shy of the goal line. They start the drive with Cook. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. 162 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Cook again. And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Way to make the play.
A give, Singletary right side. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Pickett now from the gun here. And it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. But with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Pickett right back to the air again. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. They'll try the middle with Cook.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
And they take a knee. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Now Allen. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try to prepare going forward.
One final shot for Pickett. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game.